First of all, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's continued to listen through the trial and error of what this has been so far. I get a lot of positive messages. I got a good buddy, Devin Snow, over at HTM Sports. Shout out to him. You know, he was saying early on, he's like, you sound comfortable behind the mic. But to be honest, guys, this is a totally different art form. I know you're like, oh, what do you mean you're talking into a microphone? The difference is here, I don't see anyone's reactions. I don't know if it's going well or not. There's no audience here to give me that yes or no response. You know, there's no one actively laughing. I just can't see anyone's faces. I see the numbers and the comments, and I know people are listening, but it's a truly different art form, and anyone that is doing this solo especially is, man, it's a different thing, man. And I wanted it to be so perfect, and that's where a lot of frustration was coming from. Some of the episodes I listened back to, it sounds like that I was doing it to not even want to do it. I was doing it just to put it out there. I was more worried about, how much editing I was going to have to do. That's the thing. It's like now I am writer, director, producer, you're everything. I don't have somebody, I don't have a wingman that's like, editing all the clips and half the YouTube video. I don't know. I got Final Cut Pro because that's what everyone recommended to me. But for some reason, the audio drifts and I can't sync it. So the last 5 minutes of all the YouTube videos, it looks like a Kung Fu movie, So I just want to say thank you guys for bearing with me through this. I know we're early on, but it's totally different for me. And I'm glad that while stand-up is kind of in a weird limbo, and most people are in a weird limbo right now, it kind of feels like time is still. And I appreciate you guys, going along with me. And I also apologize. This is like an open mic of podcasting. It's like on stage, you work so hard to get good at that art form. And then now that there's no audience and you lose that energy, that rush of like going on stage. Now I just walk into a closet, press record, and now I'm supposed to make the magic happen. And it's going to come, guys. Trust me. I'm gonna figure out this groove, this radio groove. Now that I have the mic suspended versus like holding an actual, mic, I'm like, what do I do with my extra hand? That's the thing. I've been overthinking a lot. How does this look? What does this sound like? And it's just kind of taking away from the overall what a radio show podcast is supposed to be. So yeah, that's all it is. Just trying to get comfortable and just letting go of the fact that it's not going to be, perfect, man. Like most things are, they all take time. And so, yeah, dude, just had to figure this one out. So I appreciate you guys. This is episode 15. And, yeah, dude, I mean, there was episodes like sometimes, I think it was like episode, 4 through, 10. I was just, some of the episodes I would record a half an hour and then I would stop recording it because I'm like, oh, I messed up or I fumbled my words. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Just let it flow and everything will be good. And yeah, for the first time in my life, I am just learning how to relax, mainly my thoughts. I got a place with my girlfriend and it's just been great, man. We're right on the water and it's like the first time in my life where I'm not like, oh shit, I gotta, hopefully I have this money in my account so I can do this and I have to go hit the stage. And it was this constant balance of work and stage time and all the stuff that you go through, starting comedy. And then it all just kind of was paused and I was I was angry, frustrated, as most people were during this. This whole shit was hard on everyone, and man, I just can't wait till all this shit blows over and we can just kind of get back to doing what we're doing. But I felt like, and again, this goes for a lot of people, is I felt like what I was working towards and all the energy and stress and sweat and bullshit that you drag yourself through to try and become a great comic was thrown in the trash can. I felt at the time that moving back to Florida for a year would be the right move, and then I had a change of heart, and I was like, oh my God, I should have stayed in LA. Did I throw everything away? And then people in LA are saying, nah, man, just, there ain't shit going on here either. Same, you guys heard with Nick, not much going on there. So I was just kind of like finding my ground, and I'm like, well, maybe I should start a podcast. I was always against doing it, solo, because I don't know, lack of confidence. I was scared to step into that other art form because I hate starting over. And someone sent it to me. I forget. I wish I could remember who it was, but they sent me this quote. It said, you're not starting over. You're starting from experience. And that kind of put everything in perspective for me, because it's not like I lost that skill of stand-up. Yeah, when I went back on stage, it felt a little odd because it's been a while. But after the first joke hit, you're kind of like, okay, yeah, you've been here before. And I think with stand-up or podcasting is I just haven't, I've never been here before. I'm like, I'm sitting down. I don't sit down as a comic. I was just getting good at running around on stage and acting crazy and really getting outside my comfort zone of just being a comic that stands there. And, we were rubbing elbows with some big names, sharing the stage with some big names, Sometimes I would look around and go, how the fuck did I get here? And then that kind of just evaporated. And so I was, the last few months I've just been angry, man. And I could hear it in some of the episodes where it was like, it sounded like I was just bitching, because it's really, maybe it didn't come off to that as you guys, but it's one of those things where in your heart that you weren't, giving it your best. And just the fact that I can't figure out all these, I didn't go to school for editing. I got friends that kill the editing game, dude. They could add a fucking dragon, and make it look like it bit your head off on a MacBook. I'm trying to sync audio. So, maybe eventually I'll get a sidekick guy that can, here, this is another thing. My mic wants to fly off of the table. So, just modifying the studio as we go. And I don't want to say I started the show too early. I feel like I should have had a podcast a couple years ago. But man, I didn't think I would run into this many issues. I thought it was just record and go, So that's another thing, is I'm kind of learning how to do certain things on the fly. It's not just, buying the right equipment. It's also figuring out how the fuck to use it. So yeah, man, I just want to get that out of the way. I felt like I wasn't being upfront and honest with some of the listeners, because I know, I have a lot of good friends that listen to this, and some of them were asking me, dude, are you good with your situation? And all right, I guess that's just gonna float. I don't know, but yeah, the audio I'm good with, man. I can get that up and going, but the video, dude, I don't know, it needs work. So anyways, in other news, did everybody see Kim Jong's new missile? If you guys want to, I'm trying to stay away from the news, but, I always like to see what Kim Jong's up to, man. Interesting guy. He wheeled out his new intercontinental ballistic missile. You know how most dictators do. Wheeled it out on a giant, a 20-wheel tank. And yeah, it's got a big ass missile on top. You know, stirring up some controversy. You have to wheel out all your military shit as a dictator because you have to show the people where their money's going. You know, they're like, well, we haven't had a bowl of rice in 3 days, and he goes, yeah, but you see that missile? It's worth it. You know, he's like, I know your rib is poking through the skin, but just look at how strong our military is. All right, I know it's hard to sleep with hunger pains, but you can sleep well at night knowing that our military is improving. It's so insane, dude. What if it's just hollow? You know, he doesn't have the technology, so he just wheels out an empty canister painted like a missile. It's probably a piñata. It's hilarious, dude. Some days I wish Kim Jung would just fire the missile. You know, you guys ever been in traffic and just be like, Kim, hit the button, you know? Or you just see someone's just outraged or someone gets offended over something someone said it in the entertainment business. And I'm like, just end it already, you know? And no one cares either. Like, it was like 2014, Kim Jong was like, I have a missile and I'm going to blow you all up. And everyone freaked out for about 5 days. And then the new iPhone came out. You know, that's all it takes to quiet the American people. You know, you're like, oh my God, he's going to blow us up. iPhone 11. Let's get in line for that. All right. Hopefully I get the phone before the missile makes impact because I heard it has a new camera and I want to get that explosion with my new Retina display. That's how we think. You know, we're like, at least let us film the end of the world, okay, and upload it at 5G LTE speeds. I want to get a good reach to my audience with this missile detonation. I want to go viral before I die. That's where we're headed. Big generation. What we got here? Let's see, I went to the Trump rally. Wow. Let me just say it was last minute, you know. I wasn't painting my face. You know what I mean? I wasn't hyped about going. It was exciting. You know, it was good to just go see what it was about. This is my analysis of a Trump rally. Even if you don't like the guy, go check it out. Probably the funniest shit I've been a part of within the last year. All right, this was exactly what I wanted it to be and more. Okay, you have people checking it out. I'll just give you the rundown, all right? My buddy Mike and Chip, Puerto Rican and Hispanic heritage, okay? This wasn't like 4 white dudes heading down there, just clearing the air here. So they're like, hey, man, we're going to the Trump rally. So we loaded the cooler up, you know, threw a couple Modelo's. You know, I was busting Chip's balls. I was like, dude, you know, he kept dropping the Modelo can. And I go, dude, you drop that one more time, we're going to get kicked out, all right? That's a foreign beer, you know. Oh, anyone seeing you drop a Modelo and be like, that's not a domestic beer. Get him out of here. We only drink American over here. You know, so it was definitely an entertaining experience. Sorry if you guys from this fucking mic. Sorry. You know, I'm not gonna restart the episode, dude. I'm done doing that. All right, so you're just gonna have to listen to the raw authenticness of this mic trying to fall off and karate chop me in the head. All right. Is that better? Wow, what a debacle this has been. Okay. Here we go. Like I said, this is why I led with the apology and the thank you. Because shit actively falls apart as we speak. And then my hairband fell out. All right. So, heading down to the Trump rally. You got to park in this field. Right now, there's people pulling up with Trump-wrapped golf carts, lifted trucks with the Trump. You know, it had a little bit of everyone. It had people coming to check it out, like us, and just see what it was about. You had completely brainwashed people, like you'd expect, just fully buy into everything. And then you have, dude, it was a lot of, it was all over the place, dude. And this is why I think the media, goes to show it's more bullshit. Like, oh, Trump's racist, this and that. Dude, there was so many, like, people from India there. Red dots on the forehead. Trump 2020. Loving that shit. Everyone was trying to get that tax break. You know what I'm saying? They're like, we got 12 7-Elevens, bitch. We're coming down here to show support. Don't raise our taxes. They were Trump 2020 all day. A lot of brothers out there, a lot of black dudes, gold teeth. Trump 2020. That was pretty wild to see, man. You had, full redneck Second Amendment t-shirts. They had people selling, it's about a mile walk to get to the security gates at the airport. And people were selling Trump chocolates, Trump hats, Trump signs. They had this one black kid. He was a hustler, dude. He was yelling, don't be a Democrat, buy yourself a Trump hat. And everyone was just having a good time, dude. That's what it was about. This is the thing. Air Force One pulled up. Well, first of all, we were going through security, and they're making everyone take their hats off, right? So I was wearing the Florida man hat that I have, the character that I do. It's a camo hat with a mullet built into it. Now, I thought it would be fun to, like, go there and film a sketch. We were going to take some footage and chop it up and make it, like Florida man goes to a Trump rally. And, dude, it was almost scary because I was the imposter. The real Florida man was there, and the real Florida man was copy and pasted about 900 times. There was people that were actually wearing camo hats that had real mullets. And this is why I said it's scary. When we were getting to the front of the security line, they would make you take your hat off, put your cell phone and your wallet in your hat, and then slide it around the outside while you walk through the metal detector. So I go, oh my God, if I take this hat off, the mullet's going to come off too, and then I just look like an asshole more than I already did. And people were seeing me, and they didn't blink twice. They just go, oh, yeah, he's, that's just how everyone looks here, So I get to the front, and I just walk through, and everything started beeping. And then the guy was like, oh, you got to put your wallet and stuff over there. So I kind of, like, fucked it up, and they ignored my hat. So I was just, like, thinking, man, if I took this hat off right now and the mullet came off, someone in the line would be like, hey, buddy, what do you think you think that hairstyle is some kind of fucking joke? I've been growing this hair my whole life. So we get inside, dude. Air Force One pulls up, which is, I don't care who you are, dude. That's awesome. That is a big plane. They're playing Proud to Be an American. And everyone was waiting for Trump to get off. But he never came off the plane. And then they said, ladies and gentlemen, President of the United States. And then he came, like, up through the floor like a rock star. And I was like, oh, he was already here. The plane landing was like a decoy, which is badass in itself, dude. Make people think you're on a plane when you're not. But yeah, then the thing is, they didn't even turn the jet off. So we're kind of towards the back. I'm tall, so I can see over pretty much everyone. I was holding Nancy up, trying to get her to see. Everyone was like, look at the T on the Make America Great sign. He's right under the T. Like, that's how far back we were. And then we mingled around, dude. But it was just, I'm going to say this. It was a lot of entertainment for free. All right? I mean, just what people were yelling. I mean, it was a live comedy show is what it was. I remember one part Trump said, when we walked around, you could start hearing him. He said, they predicted that we would have had 2 million plus deaths had I not closed the border. And he goes, 2 million deaths. And this lady with a dolphin tattoo on her neck goes, 200,000 ain't even close. We good. And I don't think I've ever laughed that hard in my life. She goes, only 200,000 lives lost. We good. And I go, I love it here. You know, I don't want to say these are my people, but damn, could I hang out there? You know, there's just, we started yelling stuff, you know, Chip started yelling, build that wall. You know, we were getting all the chants going, USA, USA. You know, we started that one. But man, it was wild, dude. I started yelling stuff. Yeah, but then it was like, it wasn't even funny because people were agreeing with it. You know, like Trump was like, Biden wants to ban fracking. And everyone was like, boo, boo. You know, he's like, he's going to send your jobs, you know, all your energy jobs overseas. And I was like, my Chevy runs on coal. You know, I was just yelling stuff and people were like, yeah, it does. It was awesome, man. You know, you could just get hammered and just go out onto an airport tarmac and just pretty much yell whatever you wanted. And, dude, it was great. I mean, for everyone saying that you know, they're dangerous, they're super spreader events. I mean, they were passing out masks, hand sanitizer. You know, only certain people were wearing them. You know, but it was cool, dude, because it was so diverse, man, and everyone got along, and it was just, you know, exactly the opposite of what the media said. That's why I like going to some of this stuff, man, is because, you know, that was like my first rally I've ever been to. You know, the only thing I think I've only watched the inauguration once, and that was Obama's because they put it on in school. But yeah, man, we went down to check it out, and dude, like I said, if you hate the guy or you love him, whatever, dude, if you can get out to one of those rallies, man, it was a fucking hell of a time, dude. And like, it was just everyone was there to have a good time, dude. White, black, Hispanic, Indian, you know. There was some Native American people there. Like, everyone kind of had everyone was kind of repping their thing. You know, it was Trump 2020 at the end of the day, but at the same time, it was kind of like a prison yard vibe where, like, you could see every different group. You know, they had, like, Latinos for Trump, blacks for Trump, you know. And, dude, it was just tailgating, people having a great time, man. So, like I said, dude, I think we're going to have my buddy Gary Lelly on next week on the, you know, hopefully we can get him on the Monday episode. If not, we'll put him on the bonus episode. But that's just where I'm at, guys. You know, just don't you know, don't get too in your head during this whole time, man. I know it. Man, I know, I just talking to some of you, you know, through messages and stuff, man, it just, you know, people lost friends. I lost a friend, you know, took his own life to the, you know, just not seeing a way out of this, dude. But trust me, I mean, we're all going to get through this, dude. I mean, you guys listening helps me out, and hopefully listening to this, it helps you guys out. And I look forward to just keep doing these, man, and seeing it get better and better. And, man, if someone out there knows how to sync audio, I know my friends were, you know, were trying to message me like, this is how you do it, you know, this and that. I was watching tutorial videos, but I don't know, man. No matter what I do, I can't get the audio to sync on YouTube. You know, if it's a 37-minute video, it'll do the first 30 minutes, and then the last 7 goes into that kung fu, like, you know, oh, I see you are trying to challenge me. And then the mouth moves after. You know, so if anyone could help out, you know, maybe eventually, you know, I mean, that's the goal, is that I can just, you know, send the episode in and then have, you know, a guy chop it, cut it, and make clips and, you know, run all the social media and stuff. And as far as that goes, but yeah, man, I can't thank you guys enough, dude, because it's such a nice, thing to have, man, as this show, because it's just getting your thoughts and material out. And I know this one was kind of a light episode. I just really wanted to say on the bonus episode, appreciate you guys, and look forward to rocking with you in the future. And yeah, we got a Monday episode coming, and this is just a Friday's bonus episode. And yeah, man, Mondays and Fridays, that's what I'm going to do for the meantime. You know, some will be longer than the others, some will be shorter. You know, I'm not holding myself to an hour standard because, quite frankly, it's just not ready for that. I'm not ready for that. I don't want to put out an hour and it be, 15 minutes of decent stuff and 45 minutes of trash. Because, like I said, this is a new art form. And, yeah, if anyone's doing something new or, just don't get frustrated with it, man. That's why I had to keep reminding myself is like, God, I just want this show to be perfect. But it's like, what even is that? Just keep putting them out there. And, anyway, Sean Madden Comedy on Instagram. I got some stand-up clips going out, found some old videos. And then, going to put podcast clips up. And, I also got some sketches. I'm setting the green screen up, so I look forward to getting back on that, man. I got a few funny ideas, so we'll see you then.